What if the greatest betrayal came from your own son? A young man demands his inheritance, while his father is still alive. Then he disappears into a world of pleasure, greed, and destruction. Money vanishes, friends disappear, and the boy who once lived like a prince is left starving beside pigs. But just when hope is gone, a broken son begins the long journey home. Will his father reject him? Or is mercy stronger than shame? This is not just a story about rebellion. It's a story about forgiveness that changed everything.
In a peaceful countryside village, a wealthy father raised two sons beneath heaven's gentle blessings. But the younger son secretly longed for freedom beyond his father's protective fields and traditions. One evening, he demanded his inheritance early, piercing his father's heart with shocking rebellion. Though deeply wounded, the loving father divided his possessions and released his son into uncertainty. Carrying wealth and pride, the younger son abandoned home, chasing excitement across distant foreign lands. In the crowded cities, he wasted enormous riches through reckless pleasures, celebrations, and careless friendships. Surrounded by temporary companions, the young man believed endless wealth guaranteed permanent happiness and importance. But after many months, his fortune vanished completely, and every false friend suddenly disappeared beside him. Soon afterward, a devastating famine swept across the land, leaving desperate hunger throughout the struggling cities. The once proud young man became starving, abandoned, and humiliated beneath the cruel weight of desperation. Finally, he accepted degrading work feeding pigs, a task considered shameful among his own people. Hunger tormented him so severely that even the pig's food appeared painfully desirable and precious. Alone beneath cold moonlight, he remembered his father's house overflowing with bread, kindness, and safety. Even his father's servants lived better than him, protected from starvation, shame, and unbearable loneliness. Broken by suffering, he decided to return home and beg humbly for mercy and forgiveness. Step after painful step, the weary traveler carried regret heavily across endless roads toward his childhood. Meanwhile, his loving father continued waiting faithfully every day, refusing to abandon hope for reunion. One miraculous afternoon, the father recognized his broken son slowly approaching through clouds of distant dust. Without hesitation, the father ran toward his son, overcome completely by compassion, love, and overwhelming joy. Collapsing into his father's arms, the shattered young man confessed his failures with trembling sorrow. But before shame consumed him further, the father restored dignity, clothing, and honor to his child. The household erupted into celebration because the lost son had finally returned alive and transformed. Yet the older brother became furious, struggling bitterly against the extravagant mercy shown toward his sibling. He complained faithfully about years of obedience while his reckless brother received joyful forgiveness and honor. With patience and wisdom, the father reminded him that love rejoices whenever the lost finally return. And so the prodigal son discovered redemption, while heaven celebrated the unstoppable power of mercy and grace.